Right, welcome back to Morning Live. Now, we talk about the impact of your action because now at the end of the day, you know, every action has that impact, and societal impact might be detrimental to your life and also your future, because at the end of the day, even employers are looking at how you've been posting. Now, as someone has stated a very powerful explanation somewhere that people have a very bulky Instagram profile and a very shallow LinkedIn profile. That's kind of very myopic also from my side. Now, Charlotte, look at that example. It's kind of just a direct shot, and I feel like we need to now up our game in terms of now when people cry about unemployment out here, the young people, but they look good on social media.
Yes.
Yeah. What's happening?
We have become the kind of society that our career is not as intentional as our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Our lifestyle matter more to us.
Yeah.
It's more important. I feel my friends' opinions are more important than what my employer or future employer might think of me.
Yeah.
So most of us are not out there to impress the world of employment or as far as careers is concerned. We are out to impress our friends. We are out to show off how we are traveling, how we are living a life we're not living necessarily, because you give the example of I wake up today morning, my friend, my neighbor is who I know very well, and I check the gram, I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, Masai Mara has a backyard changed to Masai Mara, and no one informed me because I do not understand.
Yeah.
We are trying so hard to show the world that we are out there instead of showing the world who we really are.
Yeah.
We're trying so hard to prove a point to society that I can be a Kylie Jenner too. I can move, I can be in Coast today, tomorrow I'm going to be in Dubai, the next week I'm going to be in Istanbul, then next week I'm going to be in Mauritius. I have the chance to create that image that I'm living a life. And in the process, of course, if your LinkedIn profile is a very shallow compared to your gram, who is going to employ you on that basis? Because most of us think our employers have time to go to our Instagram and say, if this is going to be our PR, then this is a good job, because how many viewers how much traffic does the person have? How many viewers do they have for their videos? How many YouTube followers do they have? How many people are subscribed to their channel? And we forget that is information we should be adding to our career, because good job, you're doing a very good job at Photoshop and photo editing. Now add it to your profile. Make sure that lifestyle that you're trying so hard to maintain is helping you maintain the lifestyle you want, because at the end of the day, you want to build a career, you want to build a name. That's something most of us young people are ignoring. We're ignoring the fact that building social media is the first place that you've been given a chance to build a name for yourself. And if you do not take it as seriously as you're planning to take your lifestyle, then how is anyone going to help you?
Absolutely. Now, looking at the, our elders, our society also, people who we call destiny shapers, who have to teach us, or maybe teach the young people of maybe the right direction. Are we lacking such people? Because we feel like even from a co-example today, case study, we're looking at the blogger who posted these unfortunate pictures, forgetting that there's a moral background on it. Their families.
That's true.
These are people who've been serving the country. They were attacked in the line of duty. Now, forgetting that by, of course, using those pictures to attack the government at the same time. Do you think we lack such people?
Yes, we do lack a society that sits down and thinks about what is the moral composition of what I am about to post. Because, like I said, our society teaches us that a role model should be successful. And for us, what is success? We have been explained to success as your Instagram pictures show that you're traveling all over the world. You have a very nice car. You can afford to enter a plane and take a picture for us about that. You are taking selfies with almost every single celebrity. You're living the life. You can send us pictures of a breakfast meal and
a very heavy one.
A very heavy
full one.
It's complete.
Wow.
The whole aspect of maintaining the lifestyle. That's what we've been taught is successful. We forget to teach the other side of what success comes with. You have to be a morally upright human being. You have to be considerate. You have to be respectful. You have to maintain the confidentiality clause, because even though he wanted to fight for the policemen who are fighting for the country, he wanted to stand in the gap for them and say the government is doing something wrong as far as taking care of these people is concerned. Yes, he had every single right to say that, but how did he do it? How did he feel the community needed to know and get aware? There's so many people out here who've done things and they've not sent any graphic pictures.
Sure.
Very good example, when Akode was fighting for against the famine that was going on in Turkana. She didn't have to post any bad picture of someone who is dying halfway. I know we need the graphic images to wake up, but sometimes it is important we sit back and see how are these graphic images affecting the people who are directly affected by this.
True.
Because I feel even the family felt probably they didn't know what is going on, and then you sit down and you're seeing a blogger posting your dad or your uncle or your brother or your sister, and you're like,
it's true that
we've lost a family member, no one is telling me. So there's so much we need to sit down and consider and teach our children, our siblings, our friends, that when it comes to wanting the traffic, when it comes to wanting the recognition, what are you posting to get that recognition? How is it affecting the other people? Because if I see my dad beaten up, killed in such a gruesome way, I'm not going to take it so lightly. There's no way I'm going to sit, there's no psychological help I am going to get that is going to delete that graphic image from my head. So it is about time that like I said, ask yourself a question before you post. How would I feel if I was the one on the other side? How would I feel if I was the family member? How would I feel if I was the friend? How would I feel if I was a well-wisher, someone who knows this family and respects them? How would I feel? How would it make me feel?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, look at the impact. When you talk about pressure, depression,
Yes.
and competitiveness, sometimes it comes in and we
Yes.
forget that indeed these people are living a fake life,
Yes.
but you really want to be like them.
Yes.
Depression.
One of the ways to deal with social pressures is accept yourself. Start with the fact that I accept where I am and I know where I want to go. Now that you've accepted where you are, it will be easier for you to appreciate every single step. And that's one of the ways of avoiding depression, because most of us in our line of working hard, we meet people who are also hard workers. Yes? And in the process, they have their lifestyle. Most of us want to compare a story. I might be 24 years old, but it doesn't mean that all 24 years old have made it. There's nowhere there's a manuscript that by 24 you should have achieved this. Everyone's story is different.
It's different,
very different. And until you respect the fact that my story is different, there are those who have the lineage, the family lineage to inherit. There are those who have what they can inherit. For you who doesn't have what to inherit, humble yourself. Appreciate the moment you are in. And that's the only way we can deal with peer pressures. Because even though you're in a group, like I said, in the process of working hard, you will meet people who already worked hard. People who maybe they didn't work hard, they've already been given, they've already been set for the carpet. They've already found a banner rolling for them to continue with their life and their lifestyle. Just because you've walked in does not mean you need to show your friends you want to be with them. I have friends who respect so much. Friends who sit back and they're like, I can't pay for anything, I can't afford it. Can I get something I can afford? You gain a lot of respect from your friends, from your peers, when you say, I cannot afford it. It's not in bad faith, but you're respectably telling yourself, you're helping yourself by communicating your truth and saying, I can't afford it. I can't afford a car. I will get you guys there with a Jav. I can't leave at night with a taxi. I will probably find another way around. I have to leave early because I cannot afford to pay for an Uber at the end of this gathering. So until we are comfortable communicating our truths, we eliminate things like stress, because it's with stress that depression comes in. When you're extremely stressed because you're trying to maintain a lifestyle, and in the process you do not appreciate yourself anymore. You sit back and you're like, okay, I cannot afford this. What am I doing with my life? So until you sit back, appreciate your journey, where you are. The problem with us is our parents have taught us to appreciate the results. They've not taught us to appreciate the journey of how I got there. How did I get there? If today morning I had to wake up at 6, but in a year to come, I have to wake up at 9 because things are doing well, I can easily just show up at a business and check up on it. Appreciate that process, that journey. And that's the only way we will eliminate the idea of, I need to be a Kylie Jenner just because she's 21 and she's a billionaire. I need to be a billionaire too. That's the only way you will eliminate eliminate things that are not your goals.
Absolutely.
Because we're getting lost, setting goals that are not ours in the name of I'm maintaining a lifestyle.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
as we are winding up this conversation, look at even our parents.
Yes.
Sometimes they're not on Gram, they're not on
Yes,
Facebook.
yes.
Some of them are not on Facebook.
Yes.
Of course, on WhatsApp, we have our parents. Sometimes they look at your profile picture, they're wondering what's happening with you. So they give you a call, what's that? But looking at them, there's so much in the dark.
Yes.
And these are people who've been so key in our lives as far as discipline and
Yes.
just that correction is a concern.
Yes.
Now, do you think there's so much that is happening that even our parents don't even know?
Yes, there's so much that's happening that we are afraid of letting our parents know our true colors.
Before we even proceed, just some two gentlemen blocked their dad on Twitter
Yes.
last week. And their dad retaliated with screenshots from their WhatsApp family group. Why he was blocked? He was just trying to follow them up. Anyway,
Yes.
just proceed. That was hilarious.
Yeah, but it's not hilarious. It's hilarious now because we
Yeah.
can laugh about
Yeah.
it. But it's actually very drastic that we can sit back and feel we do not need our parents in
Yeah.
our business.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why most stories you've had of a child missing or a university child missing, and then the story comes up of where they are, and the parents are like, no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did not know that part. I
Yeah.
knew my son was in school. I knew my daughter was in school. I did not know my daughter was pregnant. I did not know what was going on. I'm finding this out now. It's because there's a disconnect between our parents and us, the children.
Yeah.
And the disconnect is, one, our parents still think we're in the archaic days of the community will raise for you your child.
Yeah.
No, the community will only come and tell you after the child has died.
Yeah.
That's the community we are in now because no one has time. We're busy all trying to make money, all trying to fake lifestyles, all trying to look upon our own children, our own brothers, our own sisters, trying to fix relationships. We are in a different world altogether.
Okay.
When our parents finally allow us to let them in on our world without being judged, because like you said, the father came in later with screenshots of explaining why he was blocked.
Yeah.
Yes. But did he at any one point feel, I do not need to deal with my children online? Can I deal with them physically?
Physically.
Let's have
Yeah.
a face-to-face conversation and I let them know,
Yeah.
I understand your social media is yours. Your social media is privately yours.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
right to ask you what you're posting, but I need to understand, what are you posting?
true
Fill me in on what's going on in your world. Until parents and children can have that conversation, children are going to keep blocking parents from viewing their WhatsApp
Yeah,
statuses,
yeah,
blocking
yeah.
the parents from seeing their profile pictures, blocking the parents from every single platform because you want to maintain a lifestyle that you do not know your parents,
Yeah.
your parents never built for you. So it is important that first, the disconnect between parents and thinking that their children are not doing these things, they should remove that idea.
Yeah.
Even though your child is not doing it, it is important to have a conversation about it
Absolutely,
because
absolutely.
other children are doing it. And like we are in a global village. Any moment your daughter can text you and say, I've gotten a new job, I'm traveling abroad. Where they're going to travel is way dangerous than where we are here.
true that.
Because there, the prevalence at which you find the internet is at a higher chance.
Yeah,
You're more exposed, you're more in view, you're more in sight, and it's easier to find you. Here we may be a bit backwards with the internet and the technology, but it doesn't eliminate the fact that you're once very staunch SDA or Catholic or Christian child is going to meet a different world.
Yeah,
Have you let them know what is going out there without scolding them? We have this bad habit of na usifanye hivi
Yeah.
and screaming. No, let it be a conversation because
Yeah.
now they're adults. They are going to decide on their own. I want Twitter. I want Facebook. I want Instagram. And what they see on Instagram, you cannot filter.
All right.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
You're
Charlotte,
welcome.
for
You're
coming
welcome.
today.
You're welcome.
We've learned one or two things, and I believe the young people have learned something because at the end of the day, responsibility. If you don't have one, the government will actually just try to scout you like a lie. Trust me, it's so unfortunate. Yeah, you
Yes,
want to
and
say
one
something?
of the things I would like to say is there's a slogan that goes around that says, think before you click.
Yeah.
There's something important about that statement. Always think, always,
Yeah.
even before you post it, always
Think
think.
first.
What would happen if I was on the other side?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
You're
Charlotte.
welcome.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Now we move to.